How do you read this situation, Barrister?
We really have to place all of the Indian states' actions within the longer history of what they've done in Kashmir. While the colonization of Kashmir has gone for a long time, I think we need to name the beast what it is. What this is a settler colonial project. And within a settler colonial project, you have three very distinct aspects. One is dispossession of land, second is disappearance of its people, and demographic change. And I think this is what the Indian state has been aiming to do. And last year, when Article 370 was read down, many Kashmiri scholars very specifically said that the settler colonial project of India is now on in a very full-fledged manner there. And this also means that in some ways, even the last bit of institutions that could once guarantee some sense of procedural fairness is now completely destroyed and lost.
It's interesting to talk about the settler colonial project because in January this year, this is pre-COVID, I was at a conference where we also had some very senior Indian former, diplomats and military officers, and also politicians. And one of the things that I asked them, and some of them are not pro-BJP, so I asked them, I said, is it possible if in the event that the BJP loses the next election, is that for another alliance to come and reverse what they did to Kashmir? And their consensus was that there will be any party would be extremely hard-pressed to do that. So this seems to me that there is a broader consensus in India with reference to this. Is that something that you would agree with?
I think so, yes. I think one thing that all kinds of people across India, whether it's liberals, centrists, BJP, all of them believe that this idea that somehow Kashmir is integral to the Indian Union without quite understanding the history or even recognizing the fact that Kashmiris have been fighting for independence. I mean, a lot of Kashmiris would say that they've been fighting for independence since the first, the Mughal armies marched in. They have fought colonial occupation by the Sikhs, the Afghans, the British. Of course, there's a longer history of resistance, even during the Maharaja's rule with the shawl weavers' protests and the massacre that followed. In that sense, I think the history of the